working through the various phases again. We are almost then on the edge of moving into phase 3, and this is we're working a few weeks here into ahead of time. Beginning in week 2, kind of exploring and contextualizing and thinking, of course, actually beginning in week 1, what might we possibly write this first essay about, and then we kind of hone in on what might be our general topic. We do a pitch for that, which we share with the class and think about how that, and get some feedback from folks about how that might work. Then we're ready to start really further defining, collecting the media, finding out what you need, what you don't have, what would work, what you'd like to include, but need to go find, and so forth. And at that point, you'll give us a working abstract, and that's going to be the week immediately following your pitch. So submit your working abstract to us and materials. Maybe you have some images that you want to show us. Maybe you know really got an idea of what direction it's going to go to. Maybe you can tell us something about your organizational structure. Maybe even have a storyboard here for it. Your pitch. You're giving us an opportunity to preview where you take things. Your pitch was your first shot at organizing and defining your project. The working abstract should articulate your proposed project much more clearly, specifically, and obviously than before. And this, if we think about, again, as the Flickr example, as a potential model, this working abstract that you're starting with at this point then could be further tightened or even presented as is, if it works, as the abstract that you present when you submit your essay onto Flickr. So this, though, our next phase is to actually get down to the business of creating your photo essay, putting it all together. The purpose and point of view established in your working abstract should guide you in scripting and remixing your video, or your photo project. So think about this. Your various images are what remix together to become your essay 1. You have to make some decisions about what order in which they're going to be established, how they're going to appear. So you can do that on the page, or you can, and this is when you prepare a working abstract for us, you can share with us your a storyboard. These are the images and in the order that I want to present them, and here's why. You may not be able to read this. It just says opening shot, guy in mall with a bag of chips, camera zooms in on her mouth, and so forth. One thing you could actually do, since we're talking about photos and captions, is instead of doing this is for a video, is kind of do a quick sketch of the image that you are going to present, maybe a campus map, maybe a picture of a school picture, and so forth. And these could be notes to yourself in what order, if we were to storyboard, for example, the homeless essay that we just saw, we could say title shot, home sweet home across diagonally, or I think it wasn't diagonally, caption under reads, and then lay out what that says, and the second image of the veteran, and then what that says, and so forth. So just a really rough kind of outline before you actually put it together and stick those captions on and really start manipulating the details. But it can be as rough as this. I mean, whatever, these are just your notes, and you don't even need to share them specifically with us, but it's useful to detail here. A storyboard enables you to sketch out what you want to have happen before you actually make it happen. It doesn't need to be elaborate. Think of it as kind of a project outline, in much the same way you might outline a complex essay before plunging in. You can even download some open software, source software, free, that'll help you get the job done. This one, I haven't played with it, but I did download it. Celtx, C-E-L-T-X. The URL will be in the Weblography shortly, but it's just another one to play with. I've also placed just any blank sheet of paper, graph paper, one of these kinds of things might work, and I'll put one of those in the Weblography, and so on. Several options. So, so just at this point, basically, you're just sort of planning it in very detailed. You've got your stuff. You want to know what order it goes in, and then you want to share it with us, and get ready to put that baby together.